Hello, hello. It's Katie Jordan here for Lately's Office Hours, and it's good to see you guys. I'm going to be watching the comments here. Today, we're just going to talk a little bit about social media cadence, like how many posts should you do? Should you do lots of posts, a little bit of posts, scheduling, all that kind of thing. We'll just kind of hang out for a little while, have a little coffee chat. Um, Good to see you guys coming on. Thank you. Hey, Chris. Is there any storm going on out there? Are you guys out of the weather? I don't know what was going on yesterday. All I know is out east, up north in Canada, it was also not good. All right. Good to see you guys. So good. Just drop in the chat. Tell us where you're from and what you're working on right now. How's your social going? How's your scheduling going? If you're catching on the replay, just use the hashtag replay. We'll come back and peek in, see if you've asked any questions. Awesome stuff. Good. All right. Well, I think I'll just jump right in and we'll just kind of go over a few things here. I'm just going to chat with you. If you have any questions, sunny in Colorado. Nice. It's a little bit sunny here today. I'm just outside Vancouver, BC. We have a storm due coming in. It's a big weather warning. We kind of take heed after the past year or so on those because flooding, things like that. There's been some crazy weird stuff go down. Usually we don't agree with the weatherman, woman, whatever, but yeah, lately we've had some weird stuff. Anyways, so just getting rolling here. We get a lot of questions. I know Kristen does customer service wise when she's helping people in product, just like how many times should I post? Like I got all these posts, like how many should I share out? How many should I schedule? Like what should I do with this? And so I just wanted to hang out with you guys today and record this right now for replay purposes too, just to have it. Like you guys have to, kind of start with your social media plan. It's got to be married with your marketing plan. And then you're going to kind of go from there. Are your accounts new? How many accounts do you have? Social media accounts. And then from there, you can kind of start planning what you're going to post and how often you're going to post, because every business and every solopreneur is different. And the neat part about Cadence is like how many posts you want to schedule out and how much are you engaging live in real time, because you're still going to show up in those times as well. And so you want to kind of, test the waters out there too, right? So I'm just going to start with an example then. Like if you are just getting some social media accounts rolling, you definitely don't want to be spamming the feed. Twitter can handle more tweets for sure, but still, as you're growing your account, you definitely don't want to schedule out mass amounts of tweets. And especially if you know you're not going to be able to hop on and engage too much and all you're doing is posting content. Because while that can be good for your SEO, your search engine optimization, sending links, back to your website, it's not so good when it shows up that you're not a human behind the brand or behind your account just yet. So if you're just getting started, you want to take those things into account. And also for Facebook, like if you're just getting a page rolling and you don't have too big of a following yet, again, you may just want to post, try a few times a week, build that up to once a day. Facebook's algorithms, we know as you build your account, they pick up when you start posting more. And as your account grows, you can post more and more, and it tends to pick that up on a more regular basis. LinkedIn. I know Alex has joined us, Alex Lowe. He is the king of LinkedIn. And he has said that, the LinkedIn posting works really well when it is just few times a week, and just spread that out. Make sure you're crafting your posts carefully there, and using any relevant hashtags, and just monitoring, right? Monitoring. So that's the thing that you want to do as you're growing your brand new accounts, is you want to monitor your analytics and see what is happening there and when you're getting more engagement on your posts. And then you want to do a little bit more of that. And so it's kind of about balancing what's going on there. If you are starting your accounts from scratch, then what you really want to do with that is let it ride for like 30 days and 60 days as you're building that out and you're checking the analytics. You are spending a little bit more time at the beginning when you're starting your social media accounts. Even if you've had the accounts for a long time, but you just haven't been using them until you start adding in a tool like lately, maybe, and then you have more content, you still have to pretend like it's a brand new account, and just start to build it out from there, right? So once you've got a good amount of time in, then you can start to play around a little bit more. Maybe you want to become visible in other areas, and then, across the pond in the UK. I know we've got people from the West Coast and East Coast on the call today here. And yes, you're welcome, Kristen. Cadence is important because I could even back this conversation up a little bit. In my experience, over the years of working in this space, almost 14 years now, specifically, is that there are businesses out there that would even want to help you with your social media. And they might say that they're going to post once a week on Facebook. Maybe they're going to send 3 tweets out a week on Twitter for you, maybe 1 post on Instagram. And so on the flip side of the conversation, they're charging you like $500 a month for that or something. That's a no brainer and a no go. That's not going to do much for you, unless that's your goal, is to really not be using social media and you're just posting some things for the sake of posting. The word social right there is meaning to be social. And so when you can schedule out some content and kind of follow these guidelines a little bit, that's what frees up your time to be social online and actually go online and engage and have conversations. You want to be able to take these conversations offline. So that is why Cadence is so important, and how you schedule out and how many posts you test out on your account. So how's it going in the chat? Anybody have any questions? Awesome stuff. Alrighty. So yeah, so that's kind of, just to recap, that's like if you're starting your accounts from scratch. I'm gonna just give a little bit bigger example here. Maybe you've got your accounts and they're growing, and you've got a decent engaged following. You are spending time online, and you are engaging with people on a regular basis, morning, noon, midday, or you have someone on your team, maybe you're tag teaming with, or your team members are, taking turns on social, then you're going to be able to test more content. And so that's when you can start to really build that out. And for Twitter, you can definitely, try different time zones, see if you can engage new audiences, if that works for your business and you're not, hyper local. Then definitely test the waters in different time zones. And another question here: posting too much be a bad thing? Again, posting too much is a bad thing if you're not hopping online and engaging, would be one. So if you're just spewing out a bunch of content on Twitter and you are not out there having any conversations, then I would say it's a bad thing. People that are using it to meet people and have those conversations will see that your wall of your Twitter feed, when they come to your profile, it's all just tweets and there's nobody talking to each other. Then that's a missed opportunity right there. And then posting too much, like LinkedIn. Gosh, like I think for sure with the algorithm there, we can go back. I'm sure we'll have Alex back on again for some more LinkedIn magic soon. But like with LinkedIn, you still want to, oh, Joseph, hi there from the beach. Which beach? Which time zone? I wish I was at the beach. Got to put that on my list soon. Yes, Alex is fantastic. So he shared like 2 to 3 times a week is probably good for posting. I also think you want to try like people do pop online on the weekends, so you definitely want to go and make sure you've got a post going out. Ah, West Coast, San Diego. Love it down there. That's awesome, Joseph. Good for you. Watching lately office hours from the beach. I mean, that's amazing. Thanks for joining us. um so yeah, I was just saying, if your account is a little bit more established, then of course you can start posting more content out there. LinkedIn, you still want to test the waters and be careful of over posting and posting too much. Their algorithm does kind of pick up on that. It also depends how, quality of a post you've crafted over there too, because that'll get more engagement. And, it's great to leave those posts to continue that engagement and answer people back when they've commented on your post. That's keeping your post in the algorithm for however many days, even often, right? So, over posting there could change your algorithm and maybe lose sight of a post that was gaining some traction for you there. So it really does depend on the platform. But yeah, with lately, the questions that keep coming in regarding Cadence is the fact that you can generate a lot of content in a short amount of time, even sometimes cutting out the need for an extra staff person, or freeing up the time of your social media manager, marketing person to be able to be out online engaging more. And so you want to test how much you're scheduling out and dependent upon the platform. So just checking those analytics, going back, seeing what's working, what's not, doing more of what is working. And even on that note, maybe it just depends. You posted something that was really great, or you think it was really great for your audience, and it didn't seem to get a lot of traction, and you're curious about it. That's something you might want to just repost at another time and check a different time zone. So that can be really helpful as well. You got schooled in hashtags. Okay, that's awesome. Chris schooled you on hashtags. Do you guys want to know a little secret? When I first started my business almost 14 years ago, I loved Twitter because it was a different playing space. I still love Twitter, to be honest. I still meet people, take conversations offline there. That's what it's for. I've kind of just used it the same way all along. And engage who I want to engage with. And that seems to keep my feed pretty clear of some of this other stuff we don't want to see out there. But hashtags, I thought that you had to buy them. And I researched that, like I Googled it. I thought you had to buy hashtags. So if you want to LOL that one, Chris and Joseph, I honestly thought honestly thought you had to buy hashtags. On that note, you do want to be careful. Like if you're at an event, sometimes bots or spammers will hop on the hashtag and send nasty stuff out there. So those are things to watch for with hashtags as well. Alex mentioned don't overdo hashtags on LinkedIn. Yeah, I actually forget the number that he said, but I know I have clients finding anywhere from 3 to 6 tops is 6 that I've seen them doing, and their posts are doing all right. So, but definitely probably in the 4 mark is probably even better. So it's a good hashtag tip right there. 3 tops. Okay. Yeah. And he's been researching that forever, Alex. You use 6. Joseph, do what works for you, right? Like that's the whole thing. You've got to do what works for you. Try 3 on your next post, try 6 again on another post, and see what happens, right? You got to test what works for you, because that's the thing. Social is an ever evolving playing space. And so it's always changing out there. And that's why you've got to test it. But again, some of the key basics really are to, again, if you're starting your account brand new, you're not going to blast out a whole bunch of Twitter posts necessarily all at once. You're going to build your account. You're going to be following and unfollowing people you don't want to hear from. You're going to test some posts. You're going to be out there engaging, right? So, and the same for LinkedIn, truly. Like I just helped a friend. She's in sales and she wasn't on LinkedIn and she needs a new job. I'm like, what the heck? You're not on LinkedIn? So we sat down yesterday and we got her all set up and just optimized profile for her. She's just getting rolling. So the tips I just gave her there are to, share something relevant for her industry as far as posting goes. Try to do that maybe a couple times a week as a tip. But right now she's got to build her online network for not being there at all. So she is going to, look for people like myself and maybe some of my followers, follow the followers scenario. Like, hey, I know that person. I'd like to connect with them and send a little note. Hey, it's Lisa. I'm just getting my profile set up here. I'd love to be connected on LinkedIn. Just send a friendly message, obviously not spammy, but also a reason why you're connecting as you build out your account there on LinkedIn. But yeah, just that's an example of somebody starting from scratch. She definitely does not want to be posting like crazy. Also, I said, don't be posting like, I need a job, I need a job, I need a job as you're getting your profile rolling. But I also showed her how to search for jobs too. So again, that's a whole session all in and of itself. And yeah, we could probably make a list of LinkedIn things for Alex to come chat with us about here. So yeah, is there any other questions regarding posting cadence or anything else? All things social. I see it. More of you are on YouTube today. So waving over at YouTube. We keep all of these replays all under office hours. So you can go back through and search for different topics there by the title and rewatch anything you like. Some sessions are half an hour, some are 15, some are 20 minutes, but just, short and sweet and enough to get some good tips for you moving forward as you plan out your social media. Are there any other questions at all? I'm just checking the content here. Next week, we have, I'm not sure what we have. Sometimes it is a surprise. So we will be back with office hours. It may be Lauren, it may be a special guest. You will catch the replay of this session in your inbox, and we will, can you repeat the cadence for each channel? Okay, I will stop. How many for each? Okay, Joseph, I think you didn't hop on right at the very beginning, and that's totally fine because if I was at the beach, I might be like, oh, hey, there's Lately Office Hours. And hop on and watch. So it really depends, Joseph, on the size of your social media channels. Like if you're just getting Twitter rolling, you would post less. And if you are a little bit more established and have an engaged account, then you can post. I mean, I have over 10,000 followers on my Twitter account. I can be posting a lot more than I do. I use it. All your accounts are all 10K plus. Well, Betty, you get like a fast pass there. And you must be using lately. Do I have to ask? Bots post daily. Yeah, there's a lot of crap out there on there's lots of crap out there on Twitter. The more you engage with the channels with the people that you want to engage with, then the more you're going to curate your feed and see stuff that you want to see. If you digress from that at all, I have family, like most of my family's from the UK. And so I clicked on something on Twitter, around the Queen's birthday, and then my feed filled up with all things the Queen. So you kind of want to be careful about that. I don't know if Elon's really buying it or not and going to change things, but we'll see. But yeah, with your accounts being bigger, you definitely for Twitter, you can schedule out. Yeah, no, that's great, right? Use the tools that work for you. And, but yeah, being able to generate the content with Lately and get that scheduled out for Twitter, you can just like choose the time zone of your audience. And if that's kind of global for you as well, then you can schedule content out across different times and test it. And then just kind of keep checking analytics to see what engagement you're getting. And just do more of that. Again, test some things in different time zones. But because your accounts are larger, you can definitely with Twitter, you can schedule out. You could schedule out 20 posts in a day. Each post, depending how active you are engagement wise out there, each post. If you're not super active out there, each post may be getting just a minute or two in the feed. If you're super active out there and people are coming to check your content, then they're going to get a little bit more. Some are saying up to 4 or 5 minutes in the feed, which still isn't a lot, but it's way more eyeballs, right? So, and possibility of clicking and linking back through to your content. So that's for Twitter. And then like for your LinkedIn, I would be really specific about that still too, as far as posting cadence goes. You have a big following there. Probably 3 times a week, maybe 4, and test like a Sunday or a Saturday because people are going online to escape or going online to actually, get ready for the following week. So then they have opportunity to see your content then as well. And Facebook, I guess it really does depend if you've got a bigger Facebook business page as well, or if it's a personal page for you, Joseph. Like again, you could try posting 3 times there on that page at all different times and just see what starts to generate from there. I know sometimes with Facebook pages, we go, oh my gosh, or even Instagram, like nobody's engaging with my content beyond a like, or even on Facebook, if that, right? But don't despise small beginnings when you're testing this out. And the other thing with that is don't despise small beginnings when you're testing this out just to see. But with things like Facebook, people are also lurking. Like I've had people not engage with content over time in different platforms and tell me they came to me from that platform and I don't recognize their name because they haven't commented on anything. So you actually just don't know because people are going online. They're going online to escape. They're going online from work and they want to see what's happening in their feed. And they want to be entertained too a little bit. Maybe your posts are funny and they've just been following you, want to learn from you. So possible they've been sharing blog posts from RSS feeds daily. Oh, absolutely. Joseph, you know what? You might like to touch base with Chris on up content. I know that Lauren mentioned it last week on office hours, and then we joined Scott a few weeks ago and all 3 of us had a little coffee chat. So that's in our office hours replays. That up content, you can get all different kinds of content through there. I'll connect it up so Chris can get with you on that as well. That'll help you with RSS feed. So yeah, you could definitely share some stuff out. The only thing is the ability with RSS feeds to just check in and make sure. I know some platforms, and I'm sure this is up content too before you generate, might just grab the title of the article. So if you're okay with that going out on your social without kind of tweaking and crafting the post, then you could definitely, do that as well. But at the same time, if it's Twitter, especially you're using for RSS feeds, then you're going to want to, just be mindful that you're just not spewing content out there. Like make sure that you're going online to engage and chat with people and stuff too. But yeah, so next week, I do not know what surprise we're going to have for office hours, but we will let you know and you will get an email if you have signed up. And we will drop this replay into an email, I believe, as well, so that you can catch it in your inbox. And just if you are watching this on the replay, please hashtag replay when you rewatch. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can get Chris at lately.ai. And customer service is Kristen@lately.ai. You can find me at Katie. My name is spelled right on the screen here. It's Welsh for Catherine. That's why it's spelled different. But Katie@lately.ai. And we're all happy to answer any questions you might have. And also, too, if you know anybody that would like to check out, I just used the word check out. Kate's not watching. But if you know anybody that wants to do a beta test for us, we are looking for beta testers, and you can get with Chris on that one too, for sure. And we're looking for beta testers for something. So we would love, you won't tell Kristen, we'd love beta testers. So if you're rewatching this, or Joseph, if you know anyone or anyone else that's on live today in the chat there, we would just, love for you to send someone our way. Thank you so much, guys. And we will see you on the next office hours next week. Bye for now.